Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Today is a match day reaction to all the games. We're going to be reacting to all the games across today, including the Scottish Premier League, the Championship, League One, League Two, and of course the Community Shield between Man City and Liverpool later on, which is around 5 p.m. Don't forget, today we will be live later on for the Championship game on Sky Sports between Middlesbrough and West Brom. That's a 5:30 kickoff today, so we'll be live for that one. That game's on Sky, so we will be doing that today. And then obviously tomorrow we've got Sunderland against Coventry. That game's on Sky as well, so we will be live for that tomorrow too. And then Monday Night Football, obviously we won't be doing Monday night because Monday night is Watford against Sheffield United on Monday night. So I'll run through the games in a moment, who's playing today, and we'll give you a good score update currently in the Scottish Premier League, which is currently going ahead. But if you are new to this channel, please drop a like on it and subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated if you could. So let's just give you a quick update of what is happening. Wow. Arsenal winning 5-0 in this cup. Have a look at this. I know it's, beg your pardon, it's 4, not 5. Getting notifications on my phone, so apologies for that. We're just having a quick look at Arsenal, what they're doing. They're winning 5-0 at the moment. Wow. So look who's scored in that game then. Bukayo Saka penalty. 3 for Gabriel Jesus, who's our new signing. Let's have a look here. Yeah. So Saka has 1. Jesus has 3. Sorry, begging my pardon. Saka has 2. And Jesus has 3. But on here it's showing Saka penalty and then 3 for Jesus. But we're winning 5-0 anyway. Let's have a look at our team today. It is Ramsdale, Ben White, Gabriel, Saliba, Zinchenko, Xhaka, Partey, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Jesus. On the bench is Runnison, Turner, Hector Bellerin, Rob Holding, Cedric Suarez, Pablo Murray, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, Sammy Lokonga, El Neni, Marquinhos, Eddie Nketiah, Nicolas Pepe, and Reece Nelson. Yep, so 5-0 against Sevilla today. So, hope you're all doing well anyway. So let's go through the games then that are kicking off at 3 o'clock. So in just under 1 hour's time, we are on BBC. We'll be following it on BBC Sport, the best place to follow for football match days. So let's talk today. Let's have a look at some of these games that are going to be kicking off at 3. Just to give you a score update, currently Rangers leading Livingston 2-1 in the Scottish Premier League. That's the opening game of the Scottish Premier League. Games also at 3 o'clock in the Scottish Premier League. Hearts taking on Ross County, Kilmarnock taking on Dundee United, and St Johnstone take on Hibernian. The games in the Championship at 3 o'clock today. Blackburn take on QPR, Blackpool take on Reading, Cardiff take on Norwich, Hull City take on Bristol City, Luton Town take on Birmingham, Millwall take on Stoke, and Rotherham take on Swansea there, and also Wigan home to Preston. And as I said, Middlesbrough, West Brom, 5:30 today. That game's on Sky, so we'll be previewing that one and build up to that one later on. League One fixtures today. We've got Accrington Stanley taking on Charlton Athletic. 2 newly promoted teams, Bristol Rovers taking on Forest Green Rovers. Cambridge United take on MK Dons. Cheltenham Town take on Peterborough United. Derby County take on Oxford United. Ipswich take on Bolton. Lincoln City take on Exeter City. Morecambe take on Shrewsbury Town. Plymouth Argyle take on Barnsley. Port Vale take on Fleetwood Town. Sheffield Wednesday take on Portsmouth. And Wickham take on Burton. In League 2 today, AFC Wimbledon take on Gillingham. Bradford City take on Doncaster Rovers. Carlisle take on Crawley Town. Harrogate Town take on Swindon Town. Leyton Orient take on Grimsby Town. Northampton Town take on Colchester United. Rochdale take on Crewe Alexandria. Salford take on Mansfield Town. Sutton United take on Newport County. Tranmere Rovers take on Stevenage. And Walsall take on Hartlepool. We'll be around the grounds for when all those games kick off. That's the opening day of the football. So we'll keep you up to date with all the goals when they go in throughout the afternoon. And our only update at the moment, Rangers leading Livingston by 2-1 with 7 minutes to play in that game in the Scottish Premier League. Don't forget the Premier League is back next weekend. Our opening fixture of the Premier League season will see Crystal Palace take on Arsenal at Sellers Park. That game on Sky Sports, massive game. 8 o'clock kickoff next Friday. So it should be a great game down there. We'll be previewing some other games next Saturday. Next Saturday on this, we have a big game. Next Saturday, tea time kickoff. Everton against Chelsea in the Premier League. We'll be live for that one. Kickoff for that game is at 5:30 at Goodison Park next Saturday. Everton against Chelsea, and we'll be live for that game. Big game. Frank Lampard playing his old team. On Premier League Sunday, we have 2 games for you that we will be previewing. 2 o'clock is Manchester United against Brighton. 2 o'clock kickoff. That game should be a great game. And then 4:30, the big one, West Ham United against Manchester City. Massive game. We're previewing that kickoff at that game, 4:30 at the London Stadium next Sunday. It should be a great start to the season. As I said, we'll be around getting ready for all these fixtures when they all kick off at 3 o'clock today. They're all 3 o'clock kickoffs, including the 3 games in the Scottish Premier League. Don't forget today, 5 p.m. Community Shield, Liverpool against Manchester City today in the Community Shield. That kicks off at 5 p.m. today. So it should be a great game there. While we wait for the games to kick off, please remember to drop a like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. We are not long away now from kickoff. It is 2:20. The games kick off at 3 p.m. We'll be giving you goal updates for the next couple of hours, and we'll be live for the next couple of hours, giving you goal updates. When the goals go in, we will have them here for you, and we will let you know who the goal scorer is and who is winning there. As I said, the only goal update we have at the moment is Rangers leading Livingston 2-1 in the Scottish Premier League. But all the other games kicking off at 3 o'clock. So, yeah, stay with us there. It's now 2:20 on this Saturday afternoon, grey Saturday afternoon in Sheffield. But obviously, we'll be round the grounds at 3 o'clock. Talking about some of the games. We'll also be talking about some of the teams who have come up as well. We've got obviously 3 newly promoted teams from League One and 3 teams coming down from the Premier League. If you missed it yesterday, the opening match in the Championship saw Huddersfield Town take on Burnley, and Burnley beat Huddersfield 1-0 at the John Smith Stadium yesterday. So Burnley now top of the Championship after their opening day win yesterday against Huddersfield. Huddersfield bottom of the Championship, obviously, after their defeat yesterday, but long way to go in this Sky Bet Championship season. There is 48 games in the Championship, so a long season in the Championship. We'll also be previewing the Carabao Cup as well. That's in a couple of weeks' time, so looking forward to previewing them. But today our focus is the EFL. Next week we'll have our focuses. We'll be focusing on all 4 divisions. The Premier League returns next week. Premier League starts next Friday with Arsenal's trip to Crystal Palace. And that is our Friday night action. The early game, we've got an early game next Saturday. Our early kickoff in the Premier League next week. Newly promoted Fulham taking on Liverpool. That is a lunchtime kickoff to next Saturday, 12:30 kickoff from Craven Cottage. That's newly promoted Fulham taking on Liverpool. 12:30 kickoff from Craven Cottage next Saturday. So looking forward to that. It'll be a great game, that, at the Cottage. Liverpool, the visitors to newly promoted Fulham. Obviously, the championship winners last season, Fulham. And they've come up from the championship along with the other promoted teams, AFC Bournemouth and Nottingham Forest. We will see Nottingham Forest and we'll see all three newly promoted teams in action next weekend. Fulham taking on Liverpool, Bournemouth taking on Aston Villa, and Nottingham Forest taking on Newcastle. Those are all those games next week. Fulham are in the early kickoff next week against Liverpool, and Forest and Bournemouth in the 3 o'clock kickoffs as Nottingham Forest head to St James's Park, and Bournemouth are at home to Aston Villa next Saturday. So yeah, we'll be previewing all those games next Saturday. We'll be live for the next few weeks on a Saturday afternoons with me every Saturday. For the next few weeks, we'll be here live every Saturday, previewing all the big games, all the big talking points throughout the week. But our main focus next week is the start of the Premier League. We'll be getting ready for that game next week. Palace against Arsenal next Friday. That's 8 o'clock start, and that game is on Sky. There's 4 games on Sky Sports next week. Arsenal against Crystal Palace. Everton against Chelsea. Manchester United against Brighton. And West Ham against Manchester City. All 4 of those games will be on Sky Sports, so we'll be doing all of them. Don't forget, tonight we've got championship action tonight. Middlesbrough against West Bromwich Albion. That's a 5:30 kickoff today, so we'll be live. We'll be live for that around about 5 o'clock. We'll be live from about we'll be live from 4:30. We'll be live from 4:30, and kickoff is at 5:30. So the EFL show will start about 5, but we'll be live for 4:30 for the build-up for Middlesbrough against West Brom in the Championship. And don't forget, next week we'll be back as normal again at 3 o'clock, back at this time next week for the start of the Premier League season. We'll also give you updates on the early fixture. We have an early fixture next Saturday. As I said, Fulham against Liverpool is the early game in the Premier League next Saturday. And then next Friday is Arsenal and Crystal Palace against Arsenal on Sky. I'll be watching that game, so I won't be doing that game because it's a late kickoff. That one, it's 8 o'clock kickoff, so that means it won't finish till about 10 o'clock. So I'm not recording until 10 o'clock at night that match. Like I say, I will do the Everton game, the Everton-Chelsea game, because that's at tea time kickoff. That's about 5:30. So we will do Everton and Chelsea next Saturday, next weekend. And we'll also do those Sunday games as well, Brighton and Man United, Brighton and West Ham and City. And they're all on Sky next week. I think Leicester are also playing next week. Let me check who's playing next week, next Sunday. Arsenal are now 6-0 up. Eddie Nketiah has just scored. So Arsenal are 6-0 up, but we're in pre-season today at Sevilla of the Spanish League, winning 6-0 in pre-season. My God. Yeah, so I was saying next week we've got Palace and Arsenal. That's 8 p.m. kickoff in the Premier League. So it should be a great game. That's next Friday. Next Saturday, we've got Fulham against Liverpool from 12:30. 3 o'clock kickoffs, Bournemouth against Aston Villa from Match Fish there with Arsenal. Bournemouth against Aston Villa from 3 o'clock. Newcastle against Nottingham Forest. That's 3 o'clock. Tottenham against Southampton. And Leeds against Wolves. All those games are 3 o'clock. And then obviously Everton, Chelsea, 5:30 kickoff from Goodison. And then Sunday, Premier League Sunday, we'll see Leicester take on Brentford, Manchester United take on Brighton, and West Ham against Man City. And 2 of those games are on Sky. Man United, Brighton, and West Ham City. So I'll be doing both of those games, Man United, Brighton, and West Ham City. We're around half an hour away now from kickoff, 30 minutes away from kickoff. Rangers still leading. Rangers still leading against Livingston. So we're just going to have a little chilled moment now while we wait. Got 30 minutes now till kickoff, till the EFL season kicks off with the first weekend of matches. This is the first game week of the season. As I was saying, there's 48 matches in the Championship and there's 38 games in the Premier League. 38 game week in the Prem. The Premier League starts next Saturday with Fulham hosting Liverpool. And don't forget also the opening fixture of the season. We got Palace, Arsenal's the first game on Friday, and then obviously Fulham, Liverpool, the first Saturday game of 2022. We have about 30 minutes till kickoff. So, yeah, thank you for being patient with me today. We've got 30 minutes till kickoff. We got the chat on today as well. So if anyone wants to post anything in the chat or write anything in the chat, you can. Post a message into the chat. "30 minutes now till kickoff. Hope you're all having a good weekend anyway. Not particularly nice where I am. It's pretty miserable for a Saturday afternoon. And start of the new season, the new football season. 2:30 is now. We'll be live for all the 3 o'clock. We'll be live until probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. And then we're going to have after all the games are finished, we're going to obviously end off and then probably chill and play some games for a bit. And then we'll be back live later on for that Middlesbrough West Brom game. Because that game until 5:30 today. We'll go live probably about 4:30, between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. I'll be keeping up to date with all the games. Of course, I will be. Do my best. So the games don't start till 3 p.m. It's only 2:30. If any of you guys want to put anything in the chat and just have a conversation in the chat, we can do. Less than 30 minutes now till kickoff. You've got probably about 25 minutes to go now. Hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, how are we all doing? Remember, if anybody is new to the channel, please drop a like on it and subscribe. It'd be very much good if you could do that. So it's my new channel. And we're going to be trying to post daily and when we get the chance. Obviously, we haven't streamed for a couple of days. There's a high chance we won't be streaming every single day, but we try and stream as much as we can. Sorry about it. Just trying to get in a comfortable position. So ready for the start of the EFL season, starting in about 25 minutes. I'll leave my phone on because obviously we'll get notifications. We'll have goals when we get them. I'll leave BBC Sport on because that's the best. That's probably where we'll find all the goals. I'll leave it on top of my computer. And then when we get goals, we'll get notifications. We've got 25 minutes till the matches start. Refresh my phone. I may have to do that a lot today. Refresh my phone. Because obviously, when goals go in, if I miss a goal, obviously, I'm not looking. I'd have to refresh to see if it's goal or not. Sometimes when my phone's been sat there and it's stayed on the same time for a bit, I have to refresh it just to make sure that's right. Because on my phone it still says it's 83 minutes for the Livingston Rangers, but it must be nearly full time now between Livingston and Rangers. That was the early kickoff as well. I think that was a 12 o'clock kickoff as well in Livingston. 12 o'clock game, that one, between Rangers and Livingston. No game for Celtic today, though. Rangers are playing today. I think Celtic play tomorrow, don't they? Let me just check. Celtic play tomorrow against Aberdeen. Celtic play tomorrow. Rangers rivals are playing tomorrow. Celtic are playing Aberdeen tomorrow. Yeah, so it's a big weekend for the two rival clubs. Rangers in action today, and Celtic are playing tomorrow against Aberdeen. So it's the opening game week of the Scottish Premier League as well. Opening weeks for the Scottish Premier League, League One, League Two, and Championship. They're starting their season today. The Premier League starts next weekend. Next Friday is the start of the Prem season. Can't wait for that next week. Palace, Arsenal on Sky next week. Be a great game, that. Looking forward to watching Arsenal on Sky next week. I also watched Huddersfield Burnley last night. It was a brilliant game last night between Huddersfield and Burnley on Friday night. It's a great game. It was a brilliant game last night between Huddersfield and Burnley. Burnley winning that 1-0. It was a great match between those two. A lot of stuff from Word Jam. Any of you guys play that? Let me know down in the comments. Any of you guys play Word Jam? I haven't played that game in ages. Police car somewhere around my area. Just chilling, looking over at the park while we wait. 25 minutes to go until we start. I probably could have put Soccer Saturday on, but obviously I don't want it to disturb this, get me copyright. I mean, I could actually. Is Soccer Saturday even on? I actually don't know. Ignore me a minute. Let me just turn the volume off. Turn the volume off. Because I don't want me to get copyright. We can have a look and see if Soccer Saturday's on. Because if it is, we can have a look at that too. Let me just get my Fire Stick. Bear with me a second, everybody. I'm just going to grab the Fire Stick. Hang on. Saturday. Might not be on today, but oh god, now. No news. No Soccer Saturday from what I can see. Yes. Start the season trailer. No. Nope. No Soccer Saturday. Just last night's game. Right. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm back. We were just if there was any just checking if there was anything like Soccer Saturday, because they used to have it on. I watched some beach volleyball. Leave this on in the background, but just turn the sound off while we're streaming, because we don't want to get copyright. England are playing in beach volleyball at the moment. Don't know who they're playing now. They're currently winning 12-7. It is now. 20 minutes to go till kickoff. The EFL, I'm going to be watching this as well in between. It's Commonwealth Games in Birmingham, second day of the Commonwealth Games. Our lads are up 13-8. I think is it Taiwan they're playing? I can't tell who it is. It's like Taiwan. Taiwan, is it? No, thanks, they're playing. Going and drink break anyway. Well, we have little dancers in the middle. Two English lads having a conversation while the dancers are dancing. A lot of England fans there. Apparently, they said they've sold out all the events for the Commonwealth Games this year. It's in Birmingham, in the UK. I think it's Taiwan they're playing, which you can't see who it is they're playing. We're about 20 minutes to go now till the football starts. We'll be watching the Middlesbrough West Brom game live later on. If anybody's interested and they want to listen or watch. Obviously, it's on Sky. Obviously, if any of you guys have got Sky, you can watch the game yourself. Wow, what a shot that was. 14-8 now. Yep, 14-8. Our boys are doing well here. They're at 14-8 in beach volleyball. Smashing their opponents at 14-8. I don't know what it's best to in beach ball, actually. I'd never know what they play to. Might be something like 20-something. I don't actually know. They're at 14-8 anyway. 14-9 now. The other guys have got them back. 14-9. He almost got there as well. He was diving to get there. He just missed it. 14-9. 14-9 it is currently. hit the netting, so that's 15-9. Currently 15-9. I think he's playing a match as well because it's a 0-0 matches. I think it's the first game of beach volleyball in the group stage, I think. 16-9 it is now. Our boys are taking it by storm here at 16-9. They lead. We're only 15 minutes, 17 minutes away now from the EFL starting. The boys in the volleyball doing quite well here. I think that's another point. 17-9. Taking their opponents by storm here at 17-9. Great hit that. Brilliant hit. 17-9. The English are not here to mess about on home soil. That's a netting shot, so it's 17-10. 16 minutes now till we get going for this first games of the season. There's 16 minutes to go now. That's gone. So it's 18-10 to the UK, to us. 18-10. I think that's game. Is that game? Or are they swapping sides? No, they're swapping sides, I think. Yeah, they're swapping sides. 18-10 it is now, I think. The swap sides? Looks like the swap sides. Yeah, they have the swap sides now. It's 18-10. Should have changeover. That's 19-10 to the netting. 15 minutes to go until we are going to be constantly looking at the phone and getting updates. Sorry if you can hear my sister screaming outside. It's 19-10 currently. 15 minutes till we start. Another point to the boys. That's 20-10 now. Brilliant play by him there. He jumps up, pinches it over, knocks it back over towards their side. Can the other opposing team get a point back? I think they have actually. No. 21-10. England applauding as they head back to have a sit down. 21-10 it is now. To the English. There's another drinks break. 21-10 it is in the men's beach volleyball. Group C. Yeah, it's first to 21 points, and the men are up one game to nil. 1-0 to England overall. And this first 21. Men lead England up 1-0. That's the stats from the first game, from set one. England dominating, attacks 7 out of 10 for England and 8 out of 18 for Taiwan. TV. England controlling it. 21-10 to win the first game. As we now head for a first little break as the teams get back on court. Dancers will make their way off. As we get ready for game number 2, and it'll be the opposition to get us going in the second set. Kept just in. England got it over the net here. They're trying to keep it up. Oh, and it's 1-0. England trail for second set 1-0. 1-0 it is. In set 2. This is first to 21 points. We're trailing set 2 1-0. Don't forget it's netball on the red button. England against Malawi. Malawi on the red button. Also got table tennis. No, sorry, not table tennis, badminton. Also got hockey on the red button. Great events on the red button today. 2-0 it is now. We're around 10 minutes to go now. Get the clock on. Got about 10 minutes to go now. 11 minutes to be precise. England get a point back there. Now 2-1. England level it up, 2 each. We've got 10 minutes to go now. 10 minutes until we're ready to go. 10 minutes and then we'll be around the grounds. We'll be keeping you up to date. In fact, hang on. Can we do this while we're live? Let's see. We can actually. Yeah, actually we can actually, because we can just keep flipping between that and that. Yeah, we can. Right, full time in the game Rangers match. Full time there. Yeah, we'll keep it on this page here. Because when the games start, we'll know when they've started. Right, let me just pop my phone back and we'll be back in a moment. Ooh, time. Right, we've got about 9 minutes to go. 9 minutes. England up 4-2 now in the volleyball. Are they covering all the goals when they go in? Oh, backwards pass. Never seen that before. Good block there. They got a point back. It's 4-3. Try for a little play over the top. And they stopped him. It's 4-3. It's a great hit, I've got to say. It's a brilliant hit. 4-3 now. We've got 8 minutes to go. 5-3, they got a point back. They tried to do the same as what they did last time. It just fell straight down. 5-3 now. Over the net in. And he's got it. 6-3 now. 7 minutes to go. Yeah, just to give you an update, if you didn't know, Rangers have beaten Livingston 2-1 in the Scottish Premier League. Kickoffs in around 7 minutes for the other matches. Well, it should be 7 minutes' time. It depends if they're all running on time. That's hit the netting, so that's going to be 8-3. So 7-4. She's got the moves. 7-4 it is. 6 minutes to go until the kickoff.
A bit late.
6 minutes till we start. We'll put down put the initials down for this game. So we've got B against Q. So that's Blackburn and QPR. BVQ. So Blackburn against QPR. BVQ. B versus R. And that's Blackpool against Reading. B versus R. So it's Blackpool Reading. C versus N. Cardiff versus Norwich. H versus B. That's Hull versus Bristol City. Hull City versus Bristol City. What else we got here? Luton Birmingham. So that's L versus B. Luton Birmingham. We got Millwall Stoke. So that's M versus S. We've got Rotherham against Swansea. That's R versus S. Rotherham versus Swansea. W against P. Wigan versus Preston. Apparently that's a derby. And then tonight we've obviously got Middlesbrough against West Brom. So that's tonight's game. So it's M versus W. That's, we'll put C in, so that's Championship. Let's have a look what else we've got here. So that's Championship. League One. I'll put O for 1. So we've got A versus C. Accrington against Charlton. B, Bristol Rovers against F, Forest Green. Bristol Rovers against Forest Green. Cambridge against MK Dons. So that's C versus M. Cheltenham against Peterborough. C versus P. Cheltenham Peterborough. Derby Oxford. So that's D versus O. Ipswich Bolton. So that's I versus B. Ipswich and Bolton. Lincoln Exeter. So that's L versus E. Morecambe Shrewsbury. M versus S. Plymouth Argyle against Barnsley. So that's P versus B. Yeah, P versus B. P versus B. And then we've got Port Vale against Fleetwood. So that's P versus F. Sheffield Wednesday against Portsmouth. So that's S versus P. And then Wickham and Burton. So that's W versus B. So that's League One. And then League Two, we've got L2. That's League Two. So we've got A, which is AFC Wimbledon versus G. So that's Gillingham. B versus D, Bradford versus Doncaster. We've got Carlisle against Crawley, so that's C versus C. We've got Harrogate against Swindon, so that's H versus S. Actually, we don't need to do that, do we? We can just put the matches that are happening. So we'll start with League Two, L2. So matches 1, A, F, C, Wim, Bull, AFC Wimbledon versus Gillingham. So that's match 1. Match 2, Bradford City against Doncaster Rovers. All right, if we run out of room, we'll just move on to the next page. That's match 2. Match 3, Carlisle. In fact, no, I don't need to do that. We're just wasting paper. So let's see how many matches we got today in League One. So in League Two, we've got 1, 2. Oh, got a game that's already on 0 to start with. So we've got 1, Wimbledon, Gillingham 1, Bradford, Doncaster 2, Carlisle, Swindon 3. So Carlisle, Crawley 3, Harrogate, Swindon 4, Northampton and Colchester, that's 5. In fact, no, I don't do that. We're off anyway. The season's underway anyway, chat. Oh. I think Walsall, it said Walsall and Walsall games underway. Are the other games underway yet? Let's find out. Are the others started? It said Walsall have started. They're a minute in. Yep, the games have started now. Hearts and Ross County started. Kilmarnock, Dundee, that's underway. St Johnstone, Hibs have started. Blackburn, QPR's underway. And Cardiff, Norwich. Millwall, Stoke's about to get underway. Hull, Bristol City have not started yet. Luton, Birmingham, Rotherham, Swansea and Wigan, Preston, they've all not kicked off yet. If any matches are underway in League One, League One. Accrington, Charlton underway. Accrington and Charlton have started. Cambridge, MK Dons is underway. Cheltenham, Peterborough started. Derby, Oxford started. Plymouth and Barnsley are about to kick off. Port Vale, Fleetwood's underway. Wednesday, Portsmouth about to kick off. And Wickham, Burton as well. League Two, Wimbledon and Gillingham have started. Bradford and Doncaster have started. Carlisle and... So games underway. Wimbledon, Gillingham underway. Harrogate, Swindon underway. Also Salford, Mansfield and Walsall and Hartlepool, they've all started. Tranmere, Stevenage kicking off in a few minutes. The only games that haven't started yet in League Two is Bradford versus Doncaster, Carlisle, Crawley, Luton, Grimsby. We've got other games started. Northampton, Colchester's underway, and Rochdale and Crewe's about to kick off as well. Drop my pen on the floor. Doing well today. Yep, so Northampton Colchester's underway. We're just waiting for Rochdale and Crewe to start. And just Leyton Orient and Grimsby. Yep, Leyton Orient and Grimsby, the end of the game. It's not kicked off yet in League Two. So just waiting on Leyton Orient and Grimsby in League Two. And we are all underway in League One. All the games have started in League One. And in the Championship as well. Championship games underway as well. So Championship League One is underway. Just waiting on Leyton Orient and Grimsby to kick off, and then everybody's started. So League One and Championship have started. Just one game to wait for in League Two, and that's Leyton Orient and Grimsby. Don't know why they haven't kicked off yet. There we go. Well, Leyton Orient and Grimsby's kicked off. Everybody's started now. All of them are about 2 or 3 minutes in. Right, the Championship's kicked off. Let's get some hype. Hype now. All the games are off. Every single game is kicked off now. So we'll keep you up to date when goals go in across the country. So yeah, it's 3:05. We have kicked off. Let's go. Please remember to drop a like, subscribe. The EFL season is underway. All of the matchups underway in the Scottish Premier League, Championship, League One and League Two. They've all kicked off. So it's mayhem now. All the games have kicked off. As soon as we get a goal, we will report and let you know when there has been a goal. All the games have started. Now we wait for the first goal. Please remember, if you are new here, please remember to drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hope you're doing well. Please remember to drop a like, subscribe as well, as I said. If you missed my first video, go back and watch that on this channel. This preview video, obviously this match day one, will be out later on this afternoon. And don't forget, tonight we'll be doing Middlesbrough against West Brom. That game's on Sky tonight, so that'll be a brilliant game to do. And then obviously next week we will be doing Everton against Chelsea, and Man United, Brighton, and West Ham City, all on the channel next week. So look out for that one next week. England have done it in the netball. Well done, boys. Still waiting for our first goal in the season. 6 minutes gone at Blackburn QPR. No goals for them yet. 6 minutes played at Ewood Park. We've played 3 minutes in between Blackpool and Reading. 4 minutes played. 4 minutes gone between Cardiff and Norwich. Also a minute into the game between Hull and Bristol City. 3 minutes played between Luton and Birmingham. 5 minutes gone at the Den between Millwall and Stoke. 4 minutes gone between Rotherham and Swansea. And 5 minutes played in the derby between Wigan and Preston. In the League One, 2 minutes played between Accrington and Charlton. 3 minutes gone between Bristol Rovers and Forest Green Rovers. That's an all-promoted tie. 2 teams have got promoted. 6 minutes gone between Cambridge and MK Dons. 4 minutes played between Cheltenham and Peterborough United. 5 minutes played between Derby County and Oxford, and the Derby have come down. 2 minutes gone between Ipswich and Bolton. 3 minutes gone between Lincoln and Exeter. Lincoln obviously survived last season. Exeter have just come up. 5 minutes gone between Morecambe and Shrewsbury. 4 minutes gone between Plymouth Argyle and Barnsley. 5 minutes gone between Port Vale and Fleetwood. 5 minutes played between Sheffield Wednesday and Portsmouth. And 5 minutes played between Wycombe and Burton. In League Two, we have a goal, ladies and gentlemen. We have a goal. Our first goal of League Two season. The first goal goes to Carlisle. Carlisle have the first goal of the season. Our first goal of the season. It's Carlisle 1, Crawley Town 0. Carlisle lead 1-0 against Crawley. The first goal of the season. And it's Carlisle with the first of the season. It's 1-0 to Carlisle in the first game of the season. Our first goal of the season. So they have it. The first goal of the season. Carlisle United have the first goal of the season, and we've got another goal! Another goal! Yes, a goal in League One. Fleetwood lead 1-0 against Port Vale. 6 minutes played. Port Vale 0. Fleetwood Town 1. The first goal. Wait. Has it been disallowed? Whoa! I thought it was 1-0 to Fleetwood, but it looks like it's been disallowed. It's still 0-0. Wow. I thought Fleetwood had taken the lead against Port Vale, but it doesn't look like they have. It doesn't look like there has been a goal in League One. Carlisle have scored against Carlisle. Oh, they do lead! What the flip? It is a goal in League One. Fleetwood Town have the first goal of the season in League One. It is Port Vale 0, Fleetwood Town 1, the first goal of the League One campaign. And Fleetwood have the first goal this afternoon away at newly promoted Port Vale. Any goals yet in the Championship? No, there's no goals yet in the Championship. But we've got another goal. We've got 2 more goals. We have a goal in League One. Wickham have scored against Burton. Another goal in League One. It's Burton. Wickham Wanderers 1, Burton Albion 1. And a goal at Hillsborough. Sheffield Wednesday lead Portsmouth by a goal to 0. We have goals galore this afternoon. Oh, we've got more goals in League Two. Salford are 1-0 up against Mansfield, and Barrow leads Stockport 1-0. And what an afternoon it's been so far in the league. Just to give you an update, this is what's happening so far in the leagues. In the Championship, 10 minutes gone, it's Blackburn 0, QPR 0, Blackpool 0, Reading 0, Cardiff 0, Norwich 0, Hull City 0, Bristol City 0, Luton Town 0, Birmingham City 0, Millwall 0, Stoke 0, Rotherham 0, Swansea 0, and Wigan 0, Preston 0. In League One currently, it's Accrington Stanley 0, Charlton Athletic 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Forest Green Rovers 0, Cambridge United 0, MK Dons 0, Cheltenham Town 0, Peterborough 0, Derby County 0, Oxford United 0, Ipswich Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Lincoln City 0, Exeter 0, Morecambe 0, Shrewsbury 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Barnsley 0, Port Vale 0, Fleetwood Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Portsmouth 0, and Wickham Wanderers 1, Burton Albion 0. In League Two currently, it's AFC Wimbledon 0, Gillingham 0, Bradford City 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Carlisle United 1, Crawley Town 0, Harrogate Town 0, Swindon Town 0, Leyton Orient 0, Grimsby 0, Northampton Town 0, Colchester United 0, Rochdale 0, Crewe 0, Salford City 1, Mansfield Town 0, Stockport County 0, Barrow 1, Sutton 0, Newport 0, Tranmere 0, Stevenage 0, and Walsall 0, Hartlepool 0. Woo! Take a breath. We'll get you up to date. As I said, so far today, there has been a goal at Stockport, a goal at Salford, a goal at Carlisle, a goal at Wickham, a goal at Wednesday, a goal at Fleetwood. At Port Vale, beg your pardon. No other goals yet to report. We'll keep you up to date. We have a goal in the Championship! Our first goal in the Championship. Blackpool are 1-0 up. The only goal in the Championship. It's Blackpool 1, Reading 0. The first goal in the Championship. And another goal in the Championship! What is happening here? Millwall leads Stoke 1-0 at the Den. Goals are flying in. 2 goals in the Championship. Blackpool 1-0 up on Reading and Millwall 1-0 up on Stoke. We'll keep you up to date and stay with us. We'll be through for the next couple of hours. We have 2 goals in the Championship, 1 from Blackpool and 1 from Millwall. Stay with us. Hopefully more goals to come through the afternoon. Hopefully more jumping out your seat moments. But there we have it. The first Championship goals this season. There were 2 goals between them. Blackpool. I only just got my breath at Blackpool before Millwall scored. What is happening here? Goals are flying in the Championship. We've had 2 goals in the Championship. We've had 3 goals. We've had 3 goals in League One. And in League Two, we've had 1, 2, 3 goals in League Two. So far today, we've had 3 goals in League Two, 3 goals in League One, and 2 goals in the Championship. Is there more goals coming? We want more! Only Blackpool, Reading, and Millwall Stoke have a goal in them at the moment. All the other games are 0-0. We want a goal. We want a moment to jump out of our seats. Come on. We want goals at Blackburn, Cardiff, Hull, Luton, Rotherham, Preston. We want goals in the other games. We want Cardiff, Norwich, Hull, Bristol, Luton, Birmingham, Rotherham, Swansea, and Wigan. We want goals. We want goals now, please. We've only got goals from Blackpool and Millwall. They're the only 2 teams that have scored. In League One, we want goals from Accrington, Bristol, Cambridge, Cheltenham. Where else do we want goals from? Derby, Lincoln, Morecambe, Plymouth. Where are all these goals? We've only had, so far in League One, we've had goals from Port Vale, Hillsborough and Wickham. Where are the goals? We want goals and we want them now. Otherwise, we'll be here till next Christmas. Is there any more goals in League Two? Nope, there's been no goals yet. More in League Two. We're nearly halfway through these games today. A lot of these games are already like 10 minutes in, nearly 20 minutes in to their first game of the season. We've had 13 minutes in the Blackpool game and 12 minutes at the Den. The longest game up to now, we've had the biggest game in the Championship. Wigan have played 14 minutes. There's been no goals at Wigan, and Wigan have played 14 minutes in the derby against Preston. Is there going to be goals from Wigan, Rotherham, Luton, Hull, Cardiff, and Blackburn? Are we going to have goals from there soon? Hopefully we will. Only up to now in the Championship, we've only had goals from Blackpool and Millwall. We've had no other goals yet. So we'll keep you up to date. As I said, we're right around the ground. As soon as a goal goes in, you've seen my reactions so far. Can we have more goals before half time? Hopefully. Fingers crossed we'll get more goals before half time. I can't promise that. Sorry about this. I'm having to jiggle it around. There we go. Sorry about this. I'm just unplugging my computer. We've had a strange afternoon, haven't we? Having goals going in. That's what we want. We want goals in the chat with football. We don't want it to be a boring day without goals. We want goals. Hopefully the Premier League will deliver next season. Next season? What are you on about? Next weekend. Where are the goals? We want goals. Surprised Norwich haven't scored yet against Cardiff. Norwich are a newly promoted team. They've not scored yet. Where are the goals at the newly promoted clubs? There's been no goals from any of the newly promoted clubs yet. Norwich, Rotherham and Wigan. No goals from any of the newly promoted clubs yet. Blackpool have scored, but Blackpool are not newly promoted because they've been. I think this is second season in the Championship for Blackpool. Yeah, Reading are a team that I actually said I think Reading would have a tough season. Well, it's going to be tough for Reading this season. Obviously, like I said, they have lost John Swift to West Brom, which we'll see him tonight. Both Millwall and Reading have lost key players. Obviously, Millwall have lost Jed Wallace, and Reading's lost John Swift. So you can see why. Saying that, Millwall are playing well though today. They are winning at home to Stoke. So yeah, it could be. I think the Championship's going to be a very interesting season this season in the Championship. It's very hard to call in the Championship. I would say probably the most difficult league to call is going to be the Championship. The Championship's always the weirdest league to call because there's so many good teams that could do well in the Championship. We only have 2 goals in the Championship at the moment. Oh, we've got another goal in the Championship! Yes! We have another goal in the Championship, and it's coming from the New York Stadium. Oh, wait! Has it been disallowed? Wait! I was just about to say there'd been a goal at Rotherham, but there might not be a goal at Rotherham. We need to check. Is there a goal at Rotherham? Doesn't look like there has been a goal at Rotherham. I thought Rotherham had gone ahead against Swansea, but it doesn't look like that's happened. Is it no goal at Rotherham? We have another goal in League One! We have a goal in League One. Cambridge lead. MK Dons 1-0. Cambridge have a lead at home. Also another goal in the Championship in League One. Newly promoted Exeter lead Lincoln by a goal to 0. 1-0 Exeter over Lincoln. And 2 more goals in League One. Cambridge and... Oh, it's a goal! We have a goal in the Championship. Rotherham have scored the 3rd goal of today, the afternoon play. It's Rotherham 1, Swansea 0. Rotherham lead at the New York Stadium. The first newly promoted team scored. And Rotherham are the 3rd team to score this afternoon. Rotherham leading Swansea 1-0 at the New York Stadium. We've had 3 goals in the Championship. We've had goals now from Blackpool, Millwall and Rotherham. Rotherham, the 3rd team to score this afternoon. Rotherham leads Swansea 1-0 after 18 minutes at the New York Stadium. What an afternoon it's going to be in the Championship. Wish we'd have brought Harvey onto this. Harvey would have been like, oh my God. We should have given him a ring. Should I give him a ring? Nah, doesn't give Harvey a ring. He won't give a damn. I mean, you can text him and ask him if he's following the Championship this afternoon. I don't think he'd be that bothered though, would he? A lot of teams have scored now, as I said. 3 goals in the Championship. Blackpool leading Reading 1-0. Millwall leading Stoke 1-0. And Rotherham leading Swansea 1-0. So as I said, goals from Blackpool, Millwall and Rotherham. 3 goals in the Championship. No other teams scored yet. Cambridge, just to give you an update for goals in the League One. Cambridge, goals in League One. Cambridge leading MK Dons. Exeter leading at Lincoln. Fleetwood leading at Port Vale. Wednesday leading at home. And we have another goal in League One. Wycombe Wanderers have another goal now. It's Wycombe 2, Burton Albion 0. It's 2-0 to Wycombe at home to Burton. 2-0 Wycombe is a score. And we have a goal in League 2. It's AFC Wimbledon have scored in League 2. AFC Wimbledon 1, Gillingham 0. Latest score, Wimbledon 1-0 up over Gillingham. Remember, both those teams have come down from League 1. Wimbledon lead against Gillingham in League 2. They've played 16 minutes there at Wimbledon. And we have another goal in League 2. Crawley are Crewe lead Rochdale. 1-0 to Crewe over Rochdale. What an afternoon here. Salford, as I said, they lead against Mansfield. Barrow lead against Scunthorpe. And Carlisle lead against Crawley. Those are the other goals from League 2 this afternoon. Any goals from the Scottish Premier League? No goals in the Scottish Premier League. As I said, 3 goals in the Championship. Blackpool lead Reading by a goal to 0. Millwall leads Stoke 1-0. And Rotherham leads Swansea 1-0. What an afternoon it's been so far. A lot of the games now heading into the 20th minute of the first half. At half-time, we will go and get some refreshments. Don't get to come to stay with us till the end of the games today. We've got the second half coming up, and it's going to be an explosive second half. And I imagine there's going to be goals galore, hopefully, in the second half. We've had 3 goals in the Championship today. Blackpool leading, Millwall leading, and Rotherham leading. 3 goals in the Championship today. Only games without a goal is Luton Birmingham, Wigan Preston, Hull and Bristol City, Cardiff and Norwich, and Blackburn QPR. And in the League One, the only games without goals is Accrington, Charlton, Bristol Rovers, Forest Green, Cheltenham, Peterborough, Derby, Oxford, Ipswich and Bolton, Morecambe and Shrewsbury, and Plymouth Argyle and Barnsley. Hopefully get some goals there soon. In League 2, the only teams without goals in League 2 is Bradford and Doncaster, Harrogate and Swindon, Leyton Orient and Grimsby, Northampton and Colchester, Sutton and Newport, and Tranmere and Stevenage. There's been a goal in League 2. Walsall have the lead in League 2. Walsall lead 1-0 in League 2. Cambridge have Barrow have gone 2-0 up in League 2. Barrow leading Stockport 2-0. And Crawley are out and Crewe are 2-0 up on Rochdale. Those are the other games right now with goals. No other goals yet from around the league. We'll be keeping an eye on all of the divisions today, including the Scottish Premier League. We'll be keeping an eye on the Scottish Premier League, the Championship, League 1 and League 2. Most of the games now 20 minutes in to the season. Is there going to be any more goals before half-time in the Championship? No more goals yet in the Championship or any other divisions. It's now 3:13. It means a lot of action. We only have goal. Only one newly promoted team has a goal, and that's Rotherham. Waiting for goals from Wigan. Wigan, another newly promoted team. The other newly promoted team, Sunderland, they're in action tomorrow against Coventry. Early morning tomorrow. Right, we'll keep on this page. I'm just going to go downstairs, get a drink. Ow. Bash my knee at it. Right, we're back in a minute, chat. Hopefully we'll have some goals when I come back. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Watch now. I'll go downstairs and get a drink and I'll miss a ton of goals. You watch. Check no goals. No goals. No more goals. We've had no goals, chat. Been downstairs checking out the other leagues. Oh, we have had a goal. Bolton have scored against Ipswich. Bolton have scored at Ipswich. Anybody else with goals? All Salford are now 2-0 up on Mansfield. Sutton have scored against Newport. And Walsall have scored again against Hartlepool. Oh, and Northampton have scored against Colchester. Do we have a goal? Yeah. Sorry about that, chat. I'm just texting someone, one of my friends. Just going to text one of my mates to see if he's following the championship. Do you know what? I'm going to actually call him. Let me call him. I'm sorry if you can hear me talking to my mate. Apologies. I've got no other goals yet. I'm going to message my friend, his mate, and see if he's seen any. I've even got him on here. I swear I have. Is Maddie texting back? Apologies for that. I'm talking to myself. I swear I've got Harvey somewhere. Yeah, if you don't know my brother's mate, it's called Harvey and he's a Blade. He's a Sheffield fan and they've played Monday night at Sheffield. We're playing Watford on Monday night. That's going to be a great game Monday night. I'm watching Middlesbrough West Brom tonight. If you're interested, anybody, you can watch it with us later on. I'm watching Middlesbrough West Brom on Sky. We're doing commentary for that game. Middlesbrough West Brom on Sky. And then obviously tomorrow morning we've got Sunderland against Cov tomorrow morning. Oh, we've got another goal in the championship. We missed a goal. A goal at Hull. Bristol City have scored. The fourth goal of the afternoon. It's Hull City 0, Bristol City 1. Bristol City lead at Hull. It's 1-0 to Robbins. That's the fourth goal of the afternoon in the championship. Bristol City have scored against Hull. Just missed that. Oh my goodness me! Port Vale are now 2-1 up on Fleetwood. They've turned it around. 2 unanswered goals by Port Vale. Port Vale are now beating Fleetwood 2-1. Blimey, what a turnaround there. We've got a goal at Cheltenham as well. Cheltenham are beating Peterborough 1-0. Blimey, what a win that would be for Cheltenham. Who else has scored? Wickham are 3-0 up on Burton. Blimey. 3-0 to Wickham before half time. Who else has scored? Any other goals? Have we missed any? Have we missed any goals? I said that already. Yeah, pretty much still the same in League 2. But we've got another goal in the championship. Another goal. Blackburn have scored. Another goal. Blackburn are 1-0 up on QPR. Celebration to the championship. Another goal in the championship. Blackburn 1, QPR 0. The latest score. Another goal. Blackburn have taken the lead at home to QPR. Wow. I told you this is where the goals start coming. Only 2 games now without a goal, and that is... Oh no, it's 2 games without a goal now. Oh no, it's 3 actually, because there's Wigan. The only place without goals now is Wigan, Preston, Luton and Birmingham, and Cardiff and Norwich. Hopefully we get some goals in those games. 3 games now without a goal. Got a lot of goals. We're getting goals now. We've got no goals yet in the derby between Wigan and Preston. Surprised by that. I thought it'd be a tight game between Preston and Wigan. As I say, Rotherham has, up to now we've got goals. Blackburn, we've got goals from Blackburn, Blackpool, Hull, and Millwall and Rotherham. Blackpool, so the teams that are winning up to now in the championship: Blackburn, Blackpool, Bristol City, Millwall, and Rotherham. They're all winning. And we've got 3 teams. We've got Blackburn's winning at home. Blackpool are winning at home. Hull City are losing at home. Millwall are winning at home. And Rotherham are winning at home to Swansea. Surprised about the one game that's really took me by surprise is Rotherham-Swansea. Really surprised about that one. I thought Swansea had battered Rotherham. No disrespect to Rotherham. Surprised Rotherham are beating Swansea when they've lost a lot of good players, Rotherham. A lot of their good players have gone to Wednesday. A lot of their players are playing for Wednesday now. I think, is it Michael Smith's gone to Wednesday? So I'm really surprised by that Rotherham are beating Swansea. Really surprised. I expected Bristol City and Hull to be an interesting game, but Bristol City are winning that at the moment. I swear I put my brother's mate somewhere. Might be on here, actually. I got him on here. I've put on one. See if I've got my brother's mate on here. I don't seem to have him on here. Have I got him on then? Sorry, I had him on WhatsApp, my brother's friend. I can't see him anywhere. Yeah, surprise. Twitter for a bit until we get some more goals. Sorry about this, I'm just laughing at something that Steelers have posted. No, me, because I'm waffling on now. I've missed a goal, probably. No, me now. There's been a goal in League One and I flipping missed it. Yep. What did I tell you? We missed a goal in League One. Charlton have scored against Accrington. Charlton lead Accrington 1-0. Told you I'd miss a goal. Have I missed any other goals? Well, Charlton have scored. We know about Wickham, Wednesday, Port Vale. No, only Charlton have scored there. They only missed the Charlton goal. Yeah, no one else has scored yet. Just Charlton Accrington game has been a goal in that one. Interesting to see what the tables look like after this. In fact, we can get the tables up now, actually. Let's have a look at the tables, how they're currently looking. League 2 table. Oh my God, so as it stands in League 2, Barrow are top of League 2. Blimey. Barrow will be top of League 2 as it stands. Let's look at League 1. Let's see who's top of League 1 at the moment. Who's top of League 1? Wickham are top of League 1. Followed by Cheltenham. Port Vale are third in League 1. Blimey. So Wickham are top of League 1 as it stands. Anybody getting close to the leaders or anybody else gone top now in the Championship? Let's have a look. Oh my goodness me. Bristol City are top of the Championship now. Rotherham are in... Oh, we missed a goal! We missed a goal! Another goal at Rotherham. It's now 1-1 between Rotherham and Swansea. Swansea have nicked a goal before half-time. It's 1-1 at the New York Stadium. So as it stands in the Championship, Bristol City are top of the Championship and Stoke City are bottom of the Championship, followed by Reading and QPR, both in the relegation. Hull City are down near relegation. Middlesbrough play tonight, so if Middlesbrough win tonight, so where are they both going into tonight's game? Middlesbrough 15th, West Brom are 19th, but they're playing each other tonight. So they update so far in the Championship. In the Championship so far, it is Blackburn 0, QPR 1. Sorry, Blackburn 1, QPR 0. Blackpool 1, Reading 0. Cardiff 0, Norwich 0. Hull City 0, Bristol City 1. Luton 0, Birmingham 0. Millwall 1, Stoke 0, Rotherham 1, Swansea 1, and Wigan 0, Preston 0. In League One currently, it is Accrington Stanley 0, Charlton Athletic 1, Bristol Rovers 0, Forest Green Rovers 0, Cambridge United 1, MK Dons 0, Cheltenham 2, Peterborough 0, Derby 0, Oxford 0, Ipswich 1, Bolton 1, latest score. Lincoln 0, Exeter 1, Morecambe 0, Shrewsbury 0, Plymouth Argyle 0, Barnsley 0, Port Vale 2, Fleetwood 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Portsmouth 0, Wycombe 3, Burton 0. Currently in League 2, it's AFC Wimbledon 1, Gillingham 0, Bradford 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Carlisle 1, Crawley Town 0, Harrogate 0, Swindon 0, Northampton Town 1, Colchester 0, Rochdale 0, Crewe Alexandra 2, Salford City 2, Mansfield Town 0, Stockport County 0, Barrow 3, Sutton United 1, Newport County 1, Tranmere 0, Stevenage 1, and Walsall 2, Hartlepool 0. Scores updates up the moment. Yeah, so we've got some goals now flying in the leagues. Watch a bit of TikTok now, will we?
There's a lot of England in this Pacific.
Sorry about that. Didn't realise the sound was on. Apologies. Oh, it's a nice little TikTok here. Beth Mead and her daughter, I think, or a little girl, don't know. This woman predicting the final. So according to this, she said it's going to be 2-1 England. I hope that's right. And don't forget, it's the Women's Euro final tomorrow between Germany and England. Oh yeah, this man, I've seen this YouTuber before, he's a Forest fan. Oh, I've seen this one. It's basically this meme where the Rock parks outside with Dwayne Johnson. So not Dwayne Johnson, is the Rock parks outside James's parking spot. And obviously he's good mates with Dwayne Johnson. Oh, I've seen this. Vic and Harry getting stopped by fans from the Sidemen. Jeez. I love this. Lauren, if you had one wish, what would it be? That's funny. Pep Guardiola on TikTok. What the flip? Never seen that before. Pep Guardiola on TikTok. A lot of games ending up to half time. It's nearly half time in Blackburn. Blackpool Reading coming up to half time. Norwich and Cardiff have a minute of additional time. 2 minutes till half time at Hull. Nearly half time at Luton and Millwall. 1 minute to half time at the New York Stadium, and almost half time between Wigan and Preston and the Derby. almost half time in the Championship. Nearly half time between Accrington and Charlton. That's into half time. 1 minute to the break for Bristol City Forest Green. Same for Cambridge and MK. A minute of added time between Cheltenham and Peterborough. 1 minute to the break for Derby Oxford. Same for Ipswich and Bolton. Almost half time, just about to hit half time at Lincoln and at Morecambe too. Plymouth Argyle have scored against Barnsley, so Plymouth are 1-0 up against Barnsley. 2 minutes of additional time at Port Vale. Wednesday got into added time now in the first half with Portsmouth, and a minute to the break for Wickham and Burton. Work to do though for Burton. They're down by 3 going into second half. In League 2, we've got added time. We've got 2 minutes of added time into the second minute of added time for Wimbledon. Into the first minute, 1 minute of added time for Bradford Doncaster. 2 minutes for Carlisle and Crawley. Half time at Harrogate. Leyton Orient almost at half time. Same for Northampton and Colchester. Colchester have equalised there. Almost half time between Colchester and Northampton. Also, nearly half time between 2 minutes to go till half time at Rochdale. Almost half time at Salford as well. Half time at Salford. It's half time at Salford. Salford's half time. And same Harrogate. Harrogate and Salford game both at half time. Any half times yet in the Championship? We've got half time at Port Vale. Almost half time at Plymouth. Half time at Hillsborough. So Sheffield Wednesday, Hillsborough and Port Vale. Hillsborough and Plymouth are both at half time. Any other games at half time? Derby half time. Cheltenham half time. Cambridge's game is at half time. Bristol City Bristol Rovers Forest Green half time. And Accrington Charlton's half time now. Half time at Rotherham. Half time at Millwall. Half time at Luton. Half time at Blackpool and at Blackburn. Almost half time at Hull. And almost half time at Wigan. Kevin the Teenager, I love that one. Blimey, they're playing a long time at Wigan. They've had 4 minutes now at Wigan. The Wigan one's dragging on a bit. Wigan game's gone to 4 minutes now of additional time. A lot of the games in the Championship are all half time now. Don't forget later, Middlesbrough and West Brom on Sky will be live for that. I love that TikTok with Ellen White, Beth Mead, and Millie Bright. What they're doing. Karaoke at 11:05 at night. Wow. David Beckham gets in my ear. Aren't they? Right, there we are. Half time at Wigan. Wigan now half time. So all the games in the Championship half time. And we're all half League One now, all at League One at half time. So League One Championship both at half time. And we've got extra minutes to play. We're almost all there at League Two. The other teams that are still playing are Leyton Orient, Grimsby, and Bradford and Doncaster. Are the other teams still playing? Any other teams still playing? Oh yeah, Newport and Sutton, they've played an extra few minutes, but Newport have scored there now, so it's 1-1 in that one. A lot of teams ending into half time now in their matches. The late game today, obviously, is Middlesbrough and West Brom in the Championship. The late kick-off there tonight, but I think they'll all be 3 o'clock next week. So they'll all be playing at the same time next week, I would imagine. Now there will be a late kick-off in the Prem next week. Obviously, that's Everton-Chelsea next Saturday. That's a tea time kick-off, that one next week. But I think all the Championship games are back to normal next week in the Championship. I think they're all back to 3 o'clock next week. Let me just check. Come back to today's in a minute. Bit of a date next week. 6th of August it'll be next week. Yeah, so next week, if just get you updated, so the Premier League games next week. Friday is Palace against Arsenal, and then the Championship it's Birmingham Huddersfield. And then next Saturday, Premier League starts. We've got Fulham, Liverpool at 12:30, Bournemouth, Aston Villa at 3, Leeds and Wolves, Newcastle and Nottingham Forest, and Tottenham and Southampton. They're all 3 o'clock. And then the late game, obviously, as I said, is Everton and Chelsea. Scottish Premier League, it's Aberdeen and St Mirren, Motherwell and St Johnstone, Rangers, Kilmarnock and Ross County Celtic. Early game in the Championship next week, that's Norwich and Wigan. That's at Carrow Road, 12:30 next Saturday. And then next Saturday in the Championship, 3 o'clock kickoffs, we've got Bristol City and Sunderland, Burnley and Luton, Preston and Hull City, QPR and Middlesbrough, Reading and Cardiff, Sheffield United and Millwall, Stoke and Blackpool, and Swansea Blackburn next Saturday. League One, we've got Barnsley and Cheltenham, Bolton, Wickham, Burton Albion, Bristol Rovers, Charlton and Derby, Exeter and Port Vale, Fleetwood and Plymouth, Forest Green and Ipswich, MK Dons and Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford and Cambridge, Peterborough and Morecambe, Portsmouth and Lincoln, and Shrewsbury and Accrington. Then next weekend in League Two, Barrow and Bradford, Colchester and Port Vale, Crawley and Leyton Orient, Crewe and Harrogate, Doncaster and Sutton, Gillingham and Rochdale, Grimsby and Northampton, Hartlepool and Wimbledon, Mansfield and Tranmere, Newport and Walsall, Stevenage and Stockport, and Swindon and Salford next weekend. Then obviously on the Sunday, as I mentioned, 3 games. Leicester against Brentford, Man United Brighton, which is on Sky, so we're doing that game, and West Ham and Man City. So we're back to today's games now. Right, all the games are at half time, so we'll just have a chill now. Have a little nap while we wait, because we've got a while now, because we're going to have half time. Ignore that. And just Bukayo's pen. Oh, cracking pen by Bukayo. Brilliant penalty by Bukayo Saka. That's watching Arsenal's highlights back against Sevilla. Oh, beautiful. Jesus. Oh, he's there again, like a little snake. He just gets there. And I've got to say, everyone, that Jesus is incredible. He's actually incredible. Second half will be coming on shortly, so stay with us for the second half. That's shortly. How long have we actually been live for this match day thing today? Nearly 2 hours, blimey. We're at half time now. Oh, brilliant by Saliba, that lad. Martinelli's just incredible. Second half will be starting soon for the EFL. Oh, we're back underway at Millwall. Millwall are underway. Millwall Stokes underway for the second half. And Blackburn's just about to kick off again for the second half. Everybody's getting back underway. Millwall's underway, and so is Blackburn. Any games started again in League One. Now they're all half time there. Oh, and Stevenage, Tranmere, and Walsall getting both back underway. And Millwall, and Cardiff, Norwich back to get underway for the second half. That game in Wales, Cardiff, Norwich getting back underway in a minute. That's one of the games that's goalless. Pardon me. There's his hat trick there. And there's a sick from Nketiah. There was today's highlights from Arsenal Sevilla. Right, let's refresh the page. I think second half's kicking off. Oh, we're doing it. Right, so we are underway. Blackburn ready. Blackburn QPR's back get underway. Second half at Blackburn. Also Luton and Birmingham, they've kicked off for the second half. Same Cardiff Norwich, just waiting for that one there. Millwall Stoke, second half underway in Millwall Stoke. And just about to kick off again at Rotherham. A couple of games just getting underway in the second half now in the Championship. Charlton and Accrington getting ready to start the second half. Cambridge is back. Cambridge are going again. Second half at Cambridge. Charlton and Peterborough, they're back underway. And same with Derby and Oxford. They've started again. Second half there. Ipswich Bolton still at half time. Same for Lincoln and Exeter. Morecambe Shrewsbury back underway. Barnsley and Plymouth are underway. Port Vale Fleetwood still at half. They're just about to go again. Port Vale Fleetwood. Wednesday are back underway. And Wickham are about to get back underway in a moment. Obviously, Wimbledon, they've started second half. Bradford, Doncaster still at half time, so they'll be starting again soon. Carlisle and Crawley, they've started playing. Same for Harrogate and Swindon. Still half time at Leyton Orient. And at Northampton and Colchester, Rochdale and Crewe. Second half underway at Salford. Barrow, Scunthorpe getting ready to get going again in a few moments. Sutton and Newport half time. Stevenage, Tranmere underway, and Walsall, Hartlepool underway in the second half. Those games already in the second half. So we'll keep you up to date. It looks like all the games in the Championship, they're all running again. Just waiting for Blackpool Reading to kick off. And then the Championship games are in the second half now. Championship in the second half of their game. So Championship looks like that's going to be back. That's back up running. Just one game waiting to start in the second half. Oh no, actually. League One just got one game waiting on, and Ipswich's game waiting for that one to get going again. That'll be getting going again soon. And all the games are back underway in League Two, apart from 2 games. So the second half is underway then with some of these teams. Keep up to date with the goals when we get them. Some games getting back underway. Apologies here, I've got a lot of crows down at my end. A lot of the games back underway. All right. Second half is going. See how tired I am for the Middlesbrough game. I can't promise we will stream that. See how tired I am later on. We were going to do it, but we'll see how I am later on. I might just watch that on my computer if not. And then I might do a stream next week. Oh, we've got a goal to start the second half. Cardiff have scored. Cardiff are beating Norwich 1-0. Blimey, I'm really surprised about that. Cardiff have the first goal of the second half. Cardiff up 1-0 now over Norwich. There's the first goal of the second half. Norwich trailing. Who's got the goal for Cardiff? Let's have a look. Sawyers. Okay, Romain Sawyers has got the goal there. Cardiff. Cardiff are winning 1-0 now. Cardiff 1, Norwich 0. Let's score. First goal in the second half from Cardiff. No goals to report yet in League One. Well, we do have a goal in League One at the start of the second half. Lincoln City have scored at the start of the second half. It's now 1-1 between Lincoln and Exeter. That's 1-1 now. No other goals to really tell you about at the moment. Check the note. Oh, we've got a goal at Hillsborough. There's actually been 2 goals at Hillsborough. Missed that. Wednesday now 2-1 against Portsmouth. So you got the goals there. It was Johnson scored in the first half. Then Portsmouth made it 1-1. And now Wednesday have just scored in the 50th. So Portsmouth scored in the 50th minute. And then Wednesday have just scored. So Wednesday now lead 2-1 in the 52nd minute. So it's 2-1 to Wednesday over Portsmouth. So it's Wednesday 2, Portsmouth 1 latest score. So if there's any other goals in League 2 to tell you about. Harrogate 2-0 up on Swindon. So any other goals? Not really much to tell you about in League 2 apart from some of the goals we told you in the first half. The only goals in the Championship up to now is Cardiff. Cardiff have scored in the second half. The only goals second half up to now from Cardiff. Both Welsh teams having a decent day. Swansea drawing at Rotherham. Cardiff beating Norwich at home. Really surprised about that. I thought Norwich would beat Cardiff. I'm really surprised that Cardiff are beating Norwich. Second half is well underway now. Hey, an Englishman's just got gold in first in the cycling. Scotland second, Australia third. Sorry about this, I'm just texting my friend. No other goals to tell you about just yet. All the games now well into the second half. Blimey. My friend didn't mess around texting back, does she? We'll have a look at the table in a few minutes. If anything, these results are changing the table. In fact, we can have a look now, actually. What's it do to League Two? Has it changed the table? Let's have a look. Yeah, it has actually. Walsall now top of the table. Walsall are top of League Two. What's happened to League One now that changed? Wickham still top of League One. As you can see, it's getting tasty now in League One. Wickham still top. Cheltenham move up into second. Wednesday now into fourth. Wednesday currently in top four now. Wednesday moving to fourth. Well, actually, Wednesday have slipped down now because Charlton are winning. Charlton have moved up into the top four. So Charlton moving to top four. Is it because they're winning? Look. What is it there then? Yeah, Charlton are winning, so they've moved up. So Charlton are now fourth. Oh, wow. Oh, it's 2-2, that's why. Wednesday game's now 2-2, according to this. Let me just check. No, it still says 2-1 here. Refresh. On my screen, it says it's still 2-1 Wednesday, but according to the table, it says it's 2-2. Just check that. Is that right? Where's Wednesday? Wednesday in Portsmouth. Is that 2-2? Well, on here it says it's 2-2, but on BBC Sport, it doesn't say that. On BBC Sport, it says it's 2-1 to Wednesday. On there, it's saying it's 2-2. Unless I've just not updated it yet. But on there, it says it's 2-2. So Wednesday have moved down into 9th now because it was 2-2 against Pompey. So Wickham are top of League One at the moment. What's the Championship looking like at the moment? So any changes there to the table? Bristol City still top of the Championship. Blackpool moved up into a playoff place. Blackpool are in 4th. Cardiff in 5th because they're winning against Norwich. Let's have a look what everybody else is doing. Swansea are 1-1, so they're in 7th. Rotherham in 8th at the moment. Wow, what a start to season for Rotherham. Birmingham are in 9th because they're drawing. Luton in 10th. Preston are in 11th because they're drawing. Preston drawing, so they are in 11th. Wigan are in 12th because they're playing Preston. They're drawing. Cov play tomorrow. Middlesbrough play tonight. So wait, see what happens there. Sheffield United play on Monday. So they don't play today. Sunderland play tomorrow. Watford play on Monday. So Watford are in 17th. West Brom are playing tonight against Middlesbrough, which we're going to be hopefully doing. Hull City are in 20th because they're losing. Huddersfield are in 19th now because they lost yesterday. They're in 19th. Norwich are in 21st because they're losing. QPR are in the bottom 3 because they're losing as well. Reading and Stoke also down there. They're both losing. Stoke losing to Millwall and Reading are losing to Blackpool. So that's what's happening at the moment. We'll keep updated when the full-time whistle blows. And, of course, we're here for the next few minutes or so. Wait, according to this, it says this game here, Wednesday Portsmouth, is 2-2, but they've not updated that yet. Because on mine, it says it's not updated. Let me just go out and come back. See if they have refreshed it or not. Because on my computer, it's 2-1. Just checking this. Still says 2-1 on my screen. But on here, it's 2-2. So unless they've just not updated it, I've not seen it. But anywho, we go on this too. They might change it at full time. Or if they haven't, you got to think whoever's doing the writing up these scores, they've got to change them, haven't they? Or unless the goal's been disallowed, but on my phone it said it was 2-2 between Wednesday and Portsmouth. Unless it's been disallowed. Because on mine it was 2-2. Oh wow! Whoa! According to my phone, it's now 3-2 Portsmouth. Where did that come from? The flip. Mine it says it's still 2-1. Flip. Just come out of this. Bear with me a minute. I'm just trying to see if that's right. Because on my phone it's now 2-3 to mine says it's 2-3 to Portsmouth, but that can't be right, sure. They've not updated that BBC. Oh my god, Wednesday is slipping down the table. Wow. Blimey. If that's right, they haven't updated it yet. Because it says 3-2 here now. Still haven't updated it. What the flip? According to my phone, it says Portsmouth are winning 3-2, but they've not updated it. I don't know what my phone says. I mean, it could go off my phone. But according to my phone, it said Wednesday 2, Portsmouth 3, but they've not updated it. I'm not saying that my phone's usually quite accurate, but this is quite slow today. What's my friend? Call after. There we go. They've updated it now. Finally. Yes, so it is 3-2 Portsmouth. Flipping hell. What a turnaround by Portsmouth. They were 2-1 down and now they're winning 3-2. Wow. My friend won't be happy. One of my friends is a Wednesday fan and they're trailing 3-2 now. They were 2-1 up and now they're losing 3-2. Wow. How Portsmouth turned that around, I'll never know. Yeah, so Portsmouth are 3-2 up now. I can't believe that's mental. It's Wednesday 2, Portsmouth 3. In the blink of an eye. That's how quick a match can change. Can't be 5-goal thriller at Hillsborough. Hell. 20 minutes yet. Still time for. I think Wednesday could still do it, you know. Well, my prediction was wrong. What did I say for that game? What did I say? I said. What did I say? I swear I said something like. I think I said 4-2 Wednesday. That's wrong. I said Wednesday would win 4-2, so I've jinxed him today. It's 3-2 Pompey. Still time yet, though. There's still 20 minutes. Wednesday could still pull it back. Still about 20 minutes left. Not missed any goals in the Championship, have I? No, not that I can see. Oh, I have. Another goal at Den. Millwall are now 2-0 up. Millwall 2, Stoke 0. One of my mates is also a Stoke fan. It's not good for my friends today, is it? One of my Alfie's one of my mates, Alfie, his team Wednesday are losing 3-2 at Pompey. Then another one of my mates, his team are losing 2-0 against Millwall. Now, my friends are going to be absolutely fuming today. Because I've got two mates. Obviously, Alfie, who's one of my mates, he's a Wednesday fan. And then another one of my friends called Adam, who I go to football with, he's a Stoke fan. So we'll not be very happy that they're 2-0 down to Millwall. So Millwall are 2-0 against Stoke now. Wow. 2-0 to Millwall at the Den. Harvey doesn't like Millwall, he says. Obviously, don't like Millwall's goal song, which is fair enough. I mean, it is quite annoying. I can see why he thinks that Millwall's is annoying. I can't believe we've had no goals at Wigan. Wigan and Luton are the only games we've not had goals in now. It looks like Luton and Wigan game are both going to be draws, I think. I mean, if you're a Wigan fan, you'd be pretty happy with that. First game back in the Championship, a point home to Preston. It's a derby, that as well, apparently. One of my mates told me that Wigan Preston's a derby. I didn't know that. I don't know whereabouts they both are in the world, how far they are apart, Wigan and Preston. Yeah, so Millwall are 2-0 now. What else is happening? Wow. We've had some right turnarounds here. Talk about Wednesday 3-2. It's now 2-2. It's 2-2 between Cheltenham and Peterborough. Blimey. Cheltenham were winning 2-0 and Peterborough scored 2 unanswered. Blimey. So it's now 2-2 between Cheltenham and Peterborough. Crazy scenes. That's what the opening day of football is. It's always crazy on the first match day of the season. Crazy scenes. 2-2 now between Cheltenham and Peterborough. Derby and Oxford still no goals yet. Derby is drawing at home. Time are we on now? We are on 4:30. Flipping hell. I believe it's 4:30 already. Madness. There's 20 minutes left in the games now. Oh, we've got another one. Accrington have scored. Wow. Accrington are level against Charlton. What a story that would be if Accrington were to beat Charlton. Accrington, Stanley, who are they? It's 1-1 now. Stanley have scored against Charlton. Oh, and Forest Green have scored as well. Flipping hell, goals are flying in. Forest Green are beating Bristol Rovers 1-0. 1-0 Forest Green. Wow. Mental scenes. Forest Green have scored. Missing goals here. Still goals. Waiting for more goals to go in here. Can't believe 2 shocking results today. Oh, wow. Walsall 4-0 against Hartlepool. Flipping hell. Scunthorpe, Stockport have scored against Barrow, their first goal in League Two. It's now 3-1. 3-1 between Barrow and Stockport. 20 minutes to go there. Barrow's lead down to 3-1. Stockport have scored their first goal. It's 3-1 now to Barrow. Still 4-0. I can't believe that. 4-0 to Walsall against Hartlepool. Flipping hell. Walsall are top of League Two as it stands. They've got a right goal difference. What a game at Walsall. 4-0 to Walsall over at Hartlepool. That's incredible. Oh, and Rochdale have scored as well. Rochdale have pulled one back against Crewe. It's 2-1 now between Rochdale and Crewe. Missed that one as well. Rochdale 1, Crewe 2. Oh, and Wimbledon are out. Wimbledon 2-0. Wimbledon are 2-0 up against Gillingham. And Leyton Orient are 2-0 up on Grimsby. Blimey. Missing goals left, right and centre here. Wow, this goal's flying in. No other goals in the Championship yet. Missed loads of goals today. It's like they've all decided to come in second half, these goals. How long have we actually been live for now? It's mental. We've been live for 2 hours, 20 minutes. Blimey. We've only been live for 2.5 hours. Oh my God. Thank you for sticking with me there. If you stick with me for 2.5 hours. Mental. All the games now going into the last 20 minutes. The game of the day for me has got to be that Wednesday the game at Hillsborough. Pompey from 2-1 down to 3-2. That's incredible. I would say the game of the day has got to be the Wednesday Pompey. That's game of the day for me, that. 5-goal thriller at Hillsborough. My God. Pinot. How Pompey's turned that around, I will never know. I can't believe it's 2-3 now. Wednesday are in the mud now. And they were a club I thought would do well this season, Wednesday, and they're trailing to Pompey at home. I'm really surprised about that. Wednesday. I thought Wednesday were going to beat Portsmouth. Clearly not. What's wrong about that? Remember that. Wow. Right, we're going to the last couple of minutes of these games now. I'm not really too fussed today who wins their games because I don't support any of these clubs, so. Oh, on Wednesday I've scored! Sheffield Wednesday! I've scored! Wow! Limbs at Wednesday. It's now 3-3. Oh my God. Limbs at Hillsborough. 3-3 at Hillsborough. Who's got the goal then? Let's have a look. Who's got the equaliser? Oh, it's that man again. He's on fire. He's on fire. It's 3-3. Mental scenes at Hillsborough. 8 minutes to go at Hillsborough. It's now 3-3 between Wednesday and Pompey. It's a game that is down at Hillsborough. But my friend's flipping buzzing now. 3-3. I bet he's dancing down at Hillsborough. 3-3 it is now. My God. Hull City have scored at home. Brilliant for Hull City. It's now 1-1 for Hull City. Hull City and Bristol is 1-1. 10 minutes to go there. So we've had 2 goals in there. Hull City have scored against Bristol, and Wednesday have equalised against Portsmouth. What a game that is down. Then, oh my God, we've had even another shocker. Peterborough are now leading 3-2 against Cheltenham. What a turnaround by Peterborough United. Cheltenham 2, Peterborough 3 are latest score now. 10 minutes to go and Peterborough lead 3-2. Wow. Mental scenes. What a turnaround it's been today in the Championship, then League One and the Championship. Some shocking moments. Just 2 games now without a goal. Are they going to come in the last few minutes? A late goal by Wednesday. They were down 3-2 and now they're back to 3-3. Still 1-1 in Accrington's game. They've got Middlesbrough West Brom this evening. A mental game that tonight. Harrogate have added a 3rd to their tally. Harrogate now 3 up on Swindon. Leyton Orient 2-0 on Grimsby. Northampton have taken the lead now against Colchester. It's 2-1 to Northampton. Still the same in the Crewe game and the Salford game. Oh my goodness me. Stockport County have got a 2nd now. It's now 2-3. It's now 3-2 to Barrow. Stockport County might get another goal. Imagine if Stockport County come from behind. We've seen Wednesday do it. Wednesday were 3-2 down and they're now 3-3. And Stockport were 3-0 down and they've pulled it back to 3-2. Mental scenes in the opening day of the season. Games heating up now. As the last few minutes of these games. Thank you if you have been watching today. It's been mental scenes. We've had goals galore today. It's been absolutely spectacular. And we got another one. Derby have scored at home in the 83rd minute. Derby 1, Oxford 0. Another goal in League One. Derby have taken the lead against Oxford. Derby 1, Oxford 0 latest score. Derby lead with 5 minutes to play in their game against Oxford. Mental scenes as we get through to the end of this games. Some goals in today have been absolute hype. 4 minutes to play at Blackburn, 9 minutes to play at Blackpool, 3 minutes left in Cardiff, 9 minutes to go in Hull, 8 minutes left at Luton, 4 minutes to play at Millwall. There's 6 minutes to go at Rotherham and 8 minutes to go at Wigan. And those games in the Championship in League One. 6 minutes to go at Accrington. 9 minutes to play at Bristol. Bristol Rovers have equalised. They're now 1-1. 5 minutes to play at Cambridge. 6 minutes left at Cambridge. 10 minutes left at Cheltenham. 7 minutes left at Derby. 10 minutes left at Ipswich. 10 minutes left at Lincoln. 7 minutes to go at Morecambe. 5 minutes left at Plymouth. 8 minutes to go at Port Vale. 6 minutes to go at Hillsborough. And 11 minutes to go at Wickham. There's 7 minutes left at Wimbledon. 13 minutes left at Bradford. 4 minutes left at Carlisle. 13 minutes left at Leyton Orient. 10 minutes at Northampton. 10 minutes at Rochdale. 10 minutes to go at Salford. 8 minutes to go at Stockport. 13 minutes to go at Sutton. 5 minutes to go at Tranmere. Stevenage now leading 2-1. And 2 minutes to play at Walsall. So stay with us to the final whistles. The games bear down on this opening match day. We'll be doing a final. We'll give you a full-time reaction to all of these games. So stay with us as the game's now heading into the final few minutes. As the clock ticks down, we will announce the final results when the games are finished. And they are full-time games now coming down to the last few minutes in all of these games in the Championship, League One and League Two. Scottish Premier League also coming to a close. They are literally in the last minutes of those games too. They've been added time at Kilmarnock, 2 minutes at Hearts, and 2 minutes at St Johnstone. So yeah, stay with us to the final whistle as we sign off all of these games on the first day of the football calendar year, on match day 1 of the season. If you enjoyed today's match day EFL live, if you enjoyed it today, please drop a like on it. Don't forget, we'll be back next weekend with more drama from the EFL and the Premier League. We've got drama galore next week, so stick with us for that. We've got all 4 divisions, the Premier League returning next weekend. So cannot wait for that. Premier League returns. Starts on Friday with Crystal Palace against Arsenal on Sky. So looking forward to that. Premier League returns next weekend. As we're down to the final few minutes now in these games in the Championship. Please remember, if you have enjoyed it, please drop a like on it. If you've enjoyed today's content, I know I have. I've absolutely loved it being here on a Saturday afternoon with you guys. And thank you all for tuning in, if you have tuned in for today's stream. We will be ending off after all the games are finished at full time. And then we'll hopefully maybe back for the Middlesbrough game. But if not, we'll probably be watching that on computer. But yeah. But it's been a brilliant day today. We'll let you know what happens in the Middlesbrough game if we're not live for that. But what a day it's been in all of the returning divisions. As we're now into stoppage time at Millwall. Millwall Stoke in stoppage time now. The other games heading up to stoppage time. We're also now into stoppage time at Cardiff. All the games now in stoppage time. Blackburn in added time. Blackburn QPR in added time. Blackpool Reading now in stoppage time. Cardiff heading into stoppage time. Millwall are in stoppage time. Rotherham a minute away from the end of the game. 1 minute to go at Rotherham. Swansea almost heading into added time. And same for Wigan and Preston. So who's in added time now? We've got other games coming up to the last few minutes. Accrington now in added. Accrington Charlton in added time. Bristol Rovers Forest Green have got a couple of minutes left. Cambridge are a minute away from added time. Same for Peterborough and Cheltenham. They've got a couple of minutes. Derby Oxford now in added time. And Morecambe, Shrewsbury are as well. And Plymouth and Barnsley. Port Vale have got 2 minutes left in their match. Wednesday are almost at the end of their 90 minutes in their crazy game against Portsmouth. And Wycombe are almost at the end of the 90 as well. Wimbledon, Gillingham in stoppage time. Bradford have got a few more minutes to go in their game. Carlisle in stoppage time. Harrogate's game in stoppage time. Leyton Orient's game almost there. We've got a few minutes left. And same for Northampton's game. 2-2 now. Northampton and Colchester. Crewe and Rochdale heading into the end of the game. And same for Salford and Mansfield and Stockport and Barrow. They're all coming towards the end of their games. Sutton and Newport have got quite a few minutes to go yet. They've got about 10 minutes left. Tranmere, Stevenage almost at the end of that one too. And Walsall and Hartlepool. All those games about to finish in a few moments. As I said, we will give you live reaction to all of the games when they've finished. All the games nearly at the end of their games. All the games now in stoppage time. We're not so bothered. Well, we'll tell you what happened in the Scottish Premier League, but we're not too fussed about that now. We'll focus on these other games. All the games today in the EFL have all nearly finished. We'll let you know when the games are finished. There we go. Blackburn have finished. Blackburn QPR is finished. That's the first game finished. Blackburn QPR is done. That's the first game done in the Championship. Blackburn QPR is full time. It's finished at Blackburn. Blackburn have done at home. They've won. Blackburn have won at home. 3 points for Blackburn in the Championship. Other games will be finishing in a few minutes. So Blackpool QPR is done. That game's full time now. Other games will be done shortly. See if there's any games done in League One yet. No, not yet. All League Two. Only the Blackburn game's finished up to now. All the games nearly done. We've got a big chunk of added time there at Millwall. We're into the 95th minute at Millwall. As I said, Blackburn QPR is now a result. Couple of games now. Hull's into the last minute of their game. In a minute, there'll be games finishing galore. And when they finish, they all go yellow. When they've finished, so that tells me when they're done. This is FT when they're finished. That means that the game's finished. Some of the games nearly there now. We're going to go down the list for Championship. No, I think the Championship games will finish before the other games. Eddie will be happy with that. His team at 0-0. So there we go. Millwall Stoke is finished as well. So there we go. Another game finished. Millwall Stoke is done at the Den. Millwall have won at home. So there we go. 2 games finished. Blackburn QPR and Millwall Stoke. That game's done. Millwall have finished their game at the Den against Stoke. So Millwall Stoke, the second game to finish in the Championship. So that's 2 games finished now in the Championship. Just waiting for the others to finish. No games are finished yet in League One. 2 games finished in the Championship. Two games done in the Championship. Blackburn QPR and Millwall Stoke done in the Championship. There we go. Another game's finished. Luton and Birmingham. Theirs is the result now. And Blackpool Reading, that's also finished as well. So there you have it. 4 games finished. Blackburn QPR done. Blackpool Reading done. Luton, Birmingham done. And Millwall Stoke. That game is finished as well. So 4 games done in the Championship. Any games done yet in League One? With 2 games done in League One. Morecambe Shrewsbury's finished and Plymouth Barnsley. Those games are both full time. No other games are finished yet in the Championship. With 7 minutes they've played at Cardiff. 6 minutes played at Rotherham. Blimey, 7 minutes they've played at Cardiff. Well, they'll be full time now at Cardiff. So it's just to get updated in the Championship. Blackburn QPR's finished. Blackpool Reading's finished. Luton Birmingham's finished. And Millwall Stoke have all finished. And in League One, Morecambe Shrewsbury's finished. And Plymouth and Barnsley, they've finished. So there's just 1, 2, 3. There's 4 games left. 4 games left in the Championship to finish. 4 games are done in the Championship. And those games are Blackburn QPR, Blackpool Reading, Luton Birmingham, and Millwall Stoke all finished. Just waiting for the others to finish. Oh, another game's finished in League One. Cambridge MK Dons. Cambridge have beaten MK Dons, so Cambridge MK's finished. Another game finished. All the games done in the Scottish Premier League. There we go. Rotherham, Swansea done. Rotherham and Swansea's finished. Cardiff, Norwich have finished. Just 2 games left now. Hull and Bristol and Wigan, Preston left to go in the Championship. Any other games finished? Lincoln, Exeter's done. Lincoln, Exeter's just finished. Wednesday are still playing. Blimey. Just 2 more games to play in the Championship. Then all the games will be done in the Championship. Almost done in the Championship. Just Hull, Bristol and Wigan, Preston still playing. A couple of draws today. I think we've not got many draws today in the Championship. I think there's only Luton and Wigan's game that have been draws today. We've had wins so pretty much we've had a couple of draws today. Luton, Birmingham was a draw. We've had Wigan, Preston, that's a draw. And the other draw is Rotherham and Swansea. That game was a draw as well. So we've had 1, 2, we've had 3 draws in the opening day of the Championship today. 3 games with draws. Another game finished in League One, Accrington and Charlton. That game's finished. There's another game done in League One, Accrington, Charlton. That's full time. Wednesday, Portsmouth has finished. That was a crazy game. Sheffield Wednesday against Portsmouth. That's full time. Portsmouth Wednesday's finished in League One. In League Two, Wimbledon, Gillingham's done. Carlisle, Crawley, that's done. Harrogate, Swindon's done. Rochdale and Crewe have done. Salford and Mansfield's finished. Tranmere and Stevenage finished. And Walsall and Hartlepool, they've all finished. And then in League One, teams that have done in League One, Accrington, Charlton have done. Cheltenham, Peterborough have done. Cambridge, MK Dons have done. Lincoln, Exeter's finished. Morecambe, Shrewsbury, Plymouth and Barnsley. And Wednesday in Portsmouth, they've all finished. Oh, and Hull City have scored late on. Looks like Hull City's going to get 3 points. Hull City have scored in injury time. So it looks like it's going to be a win for Hull City in the Championship. Wigan are into the 6th minute of their game now. Blimey. Pardon me. So we're nearly there now in the Championship. I'm going to be reacting to all these games and your final results coming up shortly. Just 2 games remain in the Championship and 4 games remaining in League One. And there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games left in League One. There's only 2 more to go in League One. There we go. Wigan, Preston, that's finished now. Wigan, Preston's full time. Just Hull and Bristol City to go in that game now. Just Hull, Bristol City we're waiting on. And in League One, we're waiting for Bolton, Ipswich and Bristol Rovers, Forest Green. They felt like they've played a long time at Hull. They've played 8 minutes at Hull, blimey. Just waiting for Hull's game now to finish. And then that's all the games done in the Championship. And then we've got 1 more game to come in the Championship tonight. It's Middlesbrough and West Brom. That's later on tonight. That kicks off not long. Right. Just waiting for Hull to finish now. Any other games finished? Right. Ipswich Bolton, that's finished now. Just 1 game to go in League One. Few games still playing in League Two. I'll wait for Hull City in the Championship. There we go. Hull City's done. So the Championship are now finished. All the games done in the Championship. Just 1 game waiting for now in League One. Few games still playing in League Two. 4 games left in League Two. Almost done now. All Championship is finished. Are we done in League One? Let me just check if that game's still going. Yeah, it is. Forest Green game still going. Other teams are all in injury time now, so hopefully they'll be done in a few minutes. Northampton have scored late. That's wrong button now. Right, all the games done there. Done here. Why has it just come back up saying Bolton's plus 6 minutes? What flip is going on here? Are they playing another few minutes yet? Hull's still playing. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, it's finished. I thought it had. Are we all done there? Wow, it's looking like League Two's nearly finished. 2 more games there now. 1 more game in League One. Come on, other games. We want to finish. We want to end off now. Come on. There we go. League One is finished. All the games done in League One. Just 2 more games to go now in League Two. We'll be going through our full times. We'll be going through all the results in a few moments. And then we'll be ending off. Just 2 games we're waiting for now to see the results. As I say, Championship is finished. League One is finished. Just 2 more games waiting for Swindon's game, Sutton's game, and Bradford's game. And when they both finished, that'll be it then. Hope you have enjoyed it today. Thank you everybody that's been watching today. And appreciate that. Thank you very much everybody that's been watching today. It's been a long stream today. It's been longer than I thought. I thought all the games would have finished really quick today, so apologies for that. As I say, we've got Middlesbrough and West Brom on Sky tonight. May watch that, may not. We'll see how I feel later on. It's 5:05 now. I'm pretty shattered because we have been live since about 3 o'clock, haven't we? So been live for nearly 3 hours, which is incredible. There we go. Bradford is finished. Right, so all the games are done now in League Two. Here we have it then. So the final scores. That's it then for today's stream, but we're going to go through the final scores then. So full time in the Scottish Premier League. Livingston 1, Rangers 2, Hearts 2, Ross County 1, Kilmarnock 1, Dundee United 1, and St Johnstone 0, Hibernian 1. In the Championship today, full-time scores, Blackburn Rovers 1, QPR 0, Blackpool 1, Reading 0, Cardiff City 1, Norwich City 0, Hull City 2, Bristol City 1, Luton Town 0, Birmingham City 0, Millwall 2, Stoke City 0, Rotherham United 1, Swansea City 1, Wigan Athletic 0, Preston North End 0. Remember, Middlesbrough and West Brom kicks off 5:30. Full-time scores in League One, Accrington Stanley 2, Charlton Athletic 2, Bristol Rovers 1, Forest Green Rovers 2, Cambridge United 1, MK Dons 0, Cheltenham Town 2, Peterborough United 3, Derby County 1, Oxford United 0, Ipswich Town 1, Bolton Wanderers 1, Lincoln City 1, Exeter City 1, Morecambe 0, Shrewsbury Town 0, Plymouth Argyle 1, Barnsley 0, Port Vale 2, Fleetwood Town 1, Sheffield Wednesday 3, Portsmouth 3, Wycombe Wanderers 3, Burton Albion 0, and finally in League 2, AFC Wimbledon 2, Gillingham 0, Bradford 0, Doncaster Rovers 0, Carlisle United 1, Crawley Town 0, Harrogate Town 3, Swindon Town 0, Leyton Orient 2, Grimsby Town 0, Northampton Town 3, Colchester United 2, Rochdale 1, Crewe Alexandra 2, Salford City 2, Mansfield Town 0, Stockport County 2, Barrow 3, Sutton United 1, Newport County 1, Tranmere Rovers 1, Stevenage 2, and Walsall 4, Hartlepool 0. Thank you for watching, everybody that has been watching. We'll be back next week for another EFL show, and the Premier League returns. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later.